my name is Jack Tucker and you're watching BREADSPACE, your favorite semi-ironic bread-based talk show. Today my guest is Mr. Danny DeForest, one of the most charismatic and enigmatic people who I know, who just so happens to live down the hall from me, so let's get started. Danny DeForest.
Hi friends, Jack Tucker, my guy.
You know who's going to be really excited that you're on the show?
Who's on the show?
My parents are going to be happy you're here. My parents met you and they thought you were a very, very interesting fellow.
Interesting. I feel like interesting could go one or two ways. And I'm really hoping that's a good interesting.
All
good things, all good things.
All good things.
Okay, they were cute.
What are we making here today, Danny?
We're making pumpkin bread. Ask Danny how many breads he's made in his life.
How many breads has Danny made in his life? I'm glad this is your first. You picked a good place to do it.
It's gonna be a good day. Okay, we're gonna adjust.
That was way more okay.
Hey, it says two and a third.
No, dude, it says 1 tablespoon of ground salt.
Oh
yeah.
Oopies. This is gonna be some good bread.
Danny, my first memory of you is when you were showing off a picture of you meeting Sadie Robertson.
That was a good day.
Where did this happen? Why did this happen?
That was a good day. We decided to go to Luke Bryan's concert, and then we got there super late. We parked at the Nissan Stadium. Oh, we snuck out right at like the front.
Oh, so you snuck
we had a
into
good
VIP.
spot.
Okay.
Yeah. So VIP was right here. There's a little fence, and then somehow the scary alley that we took popped us out right there. And my wife, Sadie Robertson, was just across the fence. So I ran over and I asked her I was like, Sadie, I love you. Can I have a hug, please? I proposed. I said, I love you so much. Will you marry me? And she didn't say no. She gave me
That's kind of bold,
that's what I got.
Isn't she like engaged to another person?
She's kind of engaged to another person, but I think it's just a phase. You know how
it's a phase.
Girls just go through phases.
Oh gosh, dude.
Yeah. You know, I like to define myself as the least musical person at Belmont, but I do enjoy a concert. It's a fun experience.
Now, Danny, you just said you were the least musical person at Belmont, but you are 1/4 of up-and-coming boy band Heartthrob.
That's true.
Talk to me about Heartthrob. How did this get started?
Heartthrob. Well, my dear friend and roommate, Kirk Techmeyer, has been wanting to be in a boy band since Big Time Rush was big. Long time ago.
That was a minute ago.
And this year he was like, you know what, we're doing it, and put my foot down. So, you know what, we picked up the guitars, we picked up the mics, and we said, let's do this thing. Take a whiff.
Okay.
It smells nice.
That is nice, yeah. So, Danny, the Heartthrob has music coming out?
It's more than just about music, you know, Jack. It's about the experience that you get with the group.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, a little bit. So, I have sang a few songs into a microphone.
A few?
Yeah, as in multiple, more than one. Less than 3.
Okay.
Can you figure out what that is?
I got you.
Yeah.
So Heartthrob has already put out some merchandise.
We do have merch. It is in the bio.
What has the reaction to that been like?
From who? Well, that's the thing. The other side of the story was the people who don't appreciate the Heartthrob merch would be my grandmothers. Really? Mainly because we threw the boxers in there and they...
Because you are selling men's boxers with your face on.
Briefs, yes.
Briefs, yes. Excuse me.
They were less than pleased about it.
Your grandma, this is
both
more
than
one grandmother is not on board with your
the dose of them.
On.
Weren't huge fans. I'd also like to, for the fans to appreciate that I brought my own McDougie's cup. It's Danny's Cool Cup.
Danny, I feel like we didn't even get just the basic rundown on who Danny DeForest is. If it's not too late, would you just give us...
I would love to. My name is Danny DeForest. I am a sophomore here at the Belmont University. I study international business. I like to be outdoors. I like to play spike ball. I like to travel. I like Spanish. I love Tarzan. I think that sums me up pretty well.
You seem pretty extroverted. Would you say that you're an extroverted person?
I think that's a fair statement.
Okay.
I think that's
fair.
fair.
Has that always been the case?
No, I was terrified of human beings until I was about 9 years old.
Really?
I was the kid that anywhere out in public you'd see me clinging to my mother's leg. And also in public situations, once I was removed from my mother's leg, I would chew on my shirt just like this. So I couldn't have to talk to people. So that was my sign, like, don't talk to me because, like, I'm busy, I'm chewing on my shirt, so I wouldn't be able to talk to you.
Doctor's out.
Oh, she's getting durable. Good for her.
Yeah, she's getting durable.
Good for her. She's a sturdy girl.
Oh gosh. Right? Keep going.
You want to put your fingy in there and give her the lick?
No.
No?
Dude, what?
I think it would be good. I think we've done it.
I think we did it.
I think we've done it.
Alright.
We just did the thing.
Danny, now that the bread's in the oven, it's time for a word from our sponsors.
Oh, let's do it. Of course, of
This
course.
card for me.
BREADSPACE is brought to you by McDougal's. The raging debate between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A has finally been settled, and the winner is McDougal's. McDougal's never ceases to amaze every customer lucky enough to stop by their incredible service and even better food. McDougal's. They don't sponsor us, but they should.
Thanks, Danny.
You're welcome. Thank you, McDougal's.
Oh, it's time for playing favorites. Our
Yes!
favorite part of the show where you tell us what's best. Favorite superhero.
Spider-Man.
Favorite place you've traveled.
Ooh, Thailand.
Snack food.
Chex Mix.
Favorite animal.
Baby Snow Tiger.
Favorite scary movie.
Yeah, I don't like scary movies.
Favorite year of elementary school.
Year of elementary school, 3rd grade.
Favorite restaurant in Nashville.
Taqueria del Sol after church on a Sunday.
Ooh, favorite smell.
Smell s'mores.
You just crushed that.
Thank you.
You didn't have to
Thank
think
you.
about
I
any of
appreciate
those.
it.
And you don't get these questions in advance.
That's true.
You're in the
That's
hot
true.
seat right now.
Thank you.
Danny, we were talking about just being like extroverted and afraid of people versus not afraid of people. How do you think that changed your coming to college experience?
My coming to college experience. I think it helped it a lot. I was the kid that would go up to you and be like, "Hi, I'm Danny. What's your name? What's your name? I'm from Michigan. I'm from here. I'm from here."
If you could go back and tell yourself anything from like before you came to college, baby freshman Danny.
Baby freshman Danny.
What would you say?
What a character, baby freshman Danny. I would tell baby freshman Danny to enjoy it. We had a lot of good times.
Hit the highlights. What are some crazy things that happened last year?
Ooh, I went on a road trip with Kirk Techmeyer. We went to Arizona.
Yes.
It was a 29-hour drive, and we didn't have anything. We decided the day before. That was an adventure.
So that was all last year.
That was last year.
Upcoming semester.
This upcoming semester.
You are leaving.
I am.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Madrid, Spain.
What are you doing? Who are you going with?
So
How
I am
do you feel?
going with a program called CIEE, and my roommate Adam Budd is also going, but he's going through a different program.
Okay.
So we'll live about 20 minutes away, but get to see each other occasionally. So I was like, how can I make the most of my summer? And I was thinking it would be pretty cool to have like a real immersion experience. So I stayed with my sister's host family when she studied abroad, and I paid them and I paid her teachers like directly to go live there for 10 weeks.
You made your own study abroad
I made my own
experience.
study abroad experience. Yeah.
You had no connections though, really.
No, I didn't know a soul in the country.
You just went to Guatemala and you
I
didn't
did.
know anyone.
I did.
Did that freak you out?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So my thing is like, because I'm like big extrovert, I was like, oh, nothing's gonna scare me. But when it's happening, I'm like, oh, this is scary. And then I got there. The only like really terrifying part was getting off the airplane and then going through the airport and asking for money. I had to get changed like a couple $100s to get money for like the taxi and for everything like that. And I had to go find my taxi and find the bank and use all this banking terminology in Spanish.
Yeah.
And I was terrified. I was sweating. And I also brought so many clothes and I could only have one bag. So I was wearing half of my wardrobe and I was sweating profusely.
How long did it take before you felt comfortable being there?
Probably like 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
That's still a long time to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, it was a good experience though. I definitely am a firm believer that nothing good happens in your comfort zone.
What does getting out of your comfort zone look like when you're not in Guatemala?
I'm not in Guatemala. Organized dancing? Terrible.
Where like everyone's doing the same thing?
You learning a dance
You don't do that.
and then performing it?
But see, then you just become another unit in a bigger group of people, and it's not about like what is Danny doing. It's
Yeah.
like that Danny is part of what everyone is doing.
That's true. But in that situation, Danny likes to think about how bad he is at remembering this dance and how good everybody else is.
Do you struggle with comparing yourself to other people when it's not about organized dancing?
I would say no. I definitely like to use other people that I see to inspire me and push me to be the best I can be, but comparing myself, I would say in a negative manner, is something that I used to do. I want to just hang out with so many good people here and I gotta make the most of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You seem pretty good at making the most of it, though.
Oh, thank you.
So, we've been getting some
Good.
complaints that we don't actually show the bread. And it's here.
This is bread.
It looks alright, right?
In the flesh.
In the...
That's great.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
We did good.
That's nice. Do you have anyone who you want to shout out before we go?
I do.
Go for it.
I do. I would like to shout out, as I mentioned earlier, Eric Rivera, King. I'd like to shout out the rest of the rats in that family. I'd like to shout out my TT children, the Snorlaxies. Love you lots. I'd like to shout out all members of Dickens 100, 104, and 203. Great. And most importantly, Miss Dorothy from the calf. Give her a hug.
Thanks, Miss Dorothy.
Miss Dorothy.
Thank you, Danny.
Let's do it.